Joining us right now is Applico CEO Alex Moazed, and on the phone is Tigris Financial Partners Chief Investment Officer, Director of Research, Ivan Feinseth. Great to see you both, and thank you so much for joining us. And let me kick it off with you, Alex. Thanks very much for being here. I want to get your take on this. Is this something that surprised you? How will Pichai be a different CEO of Alphabet than what we've seen from Page and Brin?
Yeah, I would say this definitely was not foreseen. I think when you look at Sundar's background versus how is he going to step into the shoes of two founders of the company, and when you look at really the past 10 years of Google and how they've really been able to outperform so successfully, it's because they've been able to nurture entirely new businesses around Google search. And that's really something that Larry and Sergey and that founder energy, they were really overseeing Google X and the moonshots. And I think they did a pretty good job at doing it. So will Sundar be able to fill those shoes and not only improve the existing operations of Google and Alphabet, but also nurture the up-and-coming new future businesses? That remains to be seen. Yeah.
All at a time, Ivan, that things have gotten more tense and more challenging because you've got a government that is looking at antitrust issues. European governments have already put into place fines. And, of course, even the employees have acted up recently. Just recently, they faced renewed scrutiny after 4 employees that the company fired last week said they plan to file a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board. How do you see it, Ivan?
Well, when the company the size of Google, it's not unusual when people get dismissed or fired that they do that. 4 employees out of 100,000 is not even a statistical significant number. The bigger picture is that they employ a lot of the things that Sergey and Larry did work on initially, such as their big focus on artificial intelligence, which is being significantly used to improve Google search. They just implemented a natural language engine to help optimize search results. And things like Waymo, which were initially focused on by the 2 founders, will emerge as in fact, the standalone value of that is around they're saying $100 to $150 billion of Google's almost $900 billion in market value.
I mean, look at that stock chart. It has had quite a run, Alex. So do you agree with what you're hearing from Ivan? Would you also want to buy the stock on this news and that Sundar Pichai is going to be the CEO of Alphabet as well as Google?
Sure, I would buy the stock, but that's mostly because of what Larry and Sergey have done to set up Sundar and Alphabet for the next 3 to 5 years. I think, the question is what happens beyond those things, right? What Google is teed up to do in automotive with Waymo and these new businesses that are on the horizon, they're very well positioned over the next few years. And these aren't small businesses. Waymo is not a small business, as the other guest was just mentioning. And so Sundar should be able to help integrate these new up-and-coming businesses that might be small by Google's standards, but are still pretty large and have a lot of momentum. I think what is the next Waymo? What are the next now early stage ventures or acquisitions that Alphabet needs to take? And how well can Sundar really plot that course, provide enough autonomy and separation from Google's core operating businesses to let these new bets thrive? And will he be able to drive those new initiatives while also managing the existing business? If you draw a comparison to Tim Cook, on the other hand, although Apple and Microsoft are probably neck and neck for 2 of the largest tech market cap companies currently, what Tim has done or not done when plotting out the next bounce of the ball for Apple, I would be much more skeptical looking at Apple's long-term horizons versus, say, Microsoft with Satya, who also stepped into the shoes of a management-led CEO, where Satya has really brought Azure and these completely new businesses right into the foray for Microsoft, and that really has led to them being one of the biggest companies in the world, versus Apple and the level of innovation and kind of new business models that they're putting together, for me personally, has been underwhelming.
Yeah. All right, we will leave it there. We'll keep watching this. Alex, Ivan, great to see you both. Thanks very much, gentlemen.